Aloha YouTube, this is David Yansen. Welcome back to my channel. Today is July 28th, 2020. It is a Tuesday and we are looking at my dividend tracker. Trackyourdividends.com is what I use. It's free, so you see these ads here because it is free to use. I have done some other videos on this because it shows all of my holdings together in one area. So I have gotten free stocks from this app that I found called Dough Finance, gave me a free stock. Robinhood gave me a free stock. Webull gave me 2 free stocks, one just for signing up and another just for depositing $100. And SoFi Invest gave me $5 towards an investment of an ETF, and it awards that to you. And the ETF it gave to me was Vanguard's S&P 500 ETF. So I do contribute to that. I put a little bit of money into a really good regional bank, into Webull, and M1 Finance is my basic main aggressive growth accounts that I have. So, and I have videos for all of those as well. Feel free to check them out. Look in the description if you would like to get free stock by signing up for Robinhood, Webull, or SoFi. I don't think I have a link for Dough Finance, but you can look the app up in the Play Store, or if you have an iPhone, in their store, and download it. That one, it's okay. It doesn't do fractional shares, but it's free. You know, 0 commissions, 0 fees, no minimum balance. You know, all that type of stuff that everybody's doing now when it comes to buying and selling stocks. So also check out my videos for M1 Finance, which holds my main portfolio, and I have videos on Robinhood as well. So let's move into this one really quick. As you can see, my value is $11,500, which is an all-time high for me. I am up $574, which is down $200 because as you've seen, and probably if you haven't, there's a video about how I took some profits from Tesla. So this went from a little over 700 to 574, and my annual income is now up to 296 as I bought a little bit more of Intel yesterday. I did a video on that as well too. Intel's having, you know, some struggles right now, but they're still a solid dividend company. They've been around for a long time. So I would only not hold Intel anymore if they suspend their dividend or cut it permanently or something like that. So, but what I really kind of wanted to talk about, and I'll just scroll through here really quick so you can get the layout of Track Your Dividends on how it keeps all of your holdings. It's all in alphabetical order. Shows your number of shares, your price, or the price that it's at right now, your average cost, if you are up or down. As you can see, Apple, that's their ticker. I am up $41. Aflac, their ticker, number of shares, and I am down $11. But I am still getting $3.97 from them for the 3.5 shares that I own every single year. And all this right here, annual income, goes up right here to the 296. So, but I wanted to talk about Discover because, as I've said in some previous videos, I don't really understand banks and the finance companies and the way that it works enough to invest in them. I did first buy Bank of America because it was really cheap and it is trading at a really low PE ratio. And I read some things where people didn't really understand why Bank of America was trading so low, but it is. Warren Buffett loves them. He owns like 10%. I think it's like 10% of his portfolio is Bank of America. And he loves the banks: American Express, Bank of America, JP Morgan. And then eventually I bought JP Morgan because they were trading under $100 and their dividend payment was coming up. So at the end of this month, on the 31st of this month, I will get paid. I think it's almost $2, or it might be at $2 from JP Morgan at the end of this month. So I bought them. And JP Morgan, being the largest bank in the US, they're not a bad company. And I have videos on both Bank of America and JP Morgan Chase if you want to check them out. But overall, I really don't understand the way banks work. But then I saw a video on Discover, and I looked at some of the numbers that the person posted in the video, and like you should do, and like I usually do after every video that I see, unless it's a company that I already looked up, I Googled it to see if some of what they were saying was true. And the way I looked it up looking it up as a dividend investor, because that's what I am for the most part. So I went over to Seeking Alpha, which is the main website that I use for dividend investing, and I pulled up Discover, ticker symbol DFS, and it's trading at $50. And I thought, well, that's kind of low, but maybe that's just because of the way that things are right now. That maybe, it's not the norm. And then I looked at their dividend scorecard here, and I was actually impressed that their dividend growth has been 10 years. Because a lot of the other banks, if you look at their dividend growth, it's not 10 years, it's like 5 years, because they cut in the financial recession when the banks were not doing good at all, where according to this, if Discover did, which we can look at it, but for the sake of time we won't look at it, from 2010 to 2020 they haven't cut their dividend. So, and some of the other banks, this is saying like 7-8 years of dividend growth. So I was like, okay, that's pretty good. This payout ratio is actually an estimated based on the of this year's estimates, but their payout ratio isn't really this high. Their payout ratio is actually like 19% or something like that. Super low. And then I was like, okay, so their ex-dividend date is 8/19, so I actually could put $100 into this and get paid 88 cents, because the dividend yield is 3.4, which is kind of high for this as well too. If you check their yield, their annual payout's 176. So I'm not sure that I want to do this, because like I said, I'm very hesitant when it comes to bank stocks and stuff like that. But I thought I would do this video, put it on YouTube. I have some comments, from people that have told me, oh, I like your holdings. Oh, interesting, stocks and stuff like that, don't understand your portfolio. I comment pretty much to everybody. If you want to leave some comments, feel free to put it down there. Unless you're one of those people, this must be like an auto thing or something, but I started getting these comments of meet sexy women, with a link, and I was like, I don't know how that popped up in there. So, but unless it's something like that, I will more than likely comment. So I'm just curious what everybody thinks of Discover financials, because like I said, I'm very hesitant when it comes to banks because of the whole financial crisis. I was with Washington Mutual when they got bought out, or when they went bankrupt, and I think it was Bank of America that bought them out. And I did have a bad experience with Bank of America. I shared this story in another video where the lady got mad at me because for a year I left $100 in there and I forgot about it, and I tried to open up another account. She said that was not irresponsible spending. She said it was irresponsible tracking of my accounts. I should know where all my money is. So she didn't want to deposit the check. So the bank manager came over. She was yelling at me. She takes it over to the bank manager, and he apologizes, and of course he just reopens the account, and I don't even think it closed. It was like anything closed because there was nothing wrong with it. I did an internship and I forgot the money was there. So anyway, just tell me what you think. I'm interested in people's opinions of Discover. I don't know that I'm going to add them. I'm kind of content with what I have right now. I'm kind of trying to build up what I have right now. And in some other videos I already mentioned about the ones that I am interested in buying if I was to add to my portfolio. I already have them in M1 Finance in the section of the slice of the pie that I want them to be in, whether it's a blue chip or it's medical or something like that. So I'll just look for you guys' comments, and then I'll evaluate Discover a little bit more, and we'll just kind of move from there. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Like the video as well. I'd appreciate it. The channel appreciates it as well. I hope everybody is safe and healthy. Have a great evening or a great day. Mahalo and aloha.